My name is Clinton Muhapi, and I'm from Rustenburg in the Northwest. I currently head support in a tech company in Sandton, and I have a mentorship organization that I started in 2018. It's called African Intellect, and it's been going on even today. When I came to do my first year at the university, I struggled a lot in terms of fitting around and going through the city, and also had some bursary. I didn't have a bursary, in fact. So, here in South Africa, we have like a national funding bursary. I didn't even know that it existed. So I was like, okay, there's a lot of guys in the rural places, okay, with potential, and we lack knowledge, and lacking knowledge, I don't want anyone to be like me. So why not start this thing and just, it's not too much to do. You just bring them to university, apply for them for the funding, they get the funding, and then show them around the city so that they don't make the same mistakes that you did. There was a guy that I went, so I do motivational speaking also, because of the story that I have that we can later get onto. So he had been home for like 2 years, and then I was invited to come to speak at their church. And then after I spoke, we had like a Q&A session, and he told me that he's been planning to go to school, what he intended to do that. And I sat with him after he met the pastor of the church, and then I explained what I needed from him, just information that I needed for him. And then I took him to the university in Pretoria, and today as we speak, there's a 4-room bed at his home. So I'll always be grateful for that it's not big impact, but for me it's the greatest thing, because I've always like got people to school, and sometimes you help people, others are ungrateful. After you help them, they go away. You don't get to experience what they have done and the fruits that you have given to them. But this one just stuck by me, and then until he finished, I was there at his graduation. His parents were there blessing me, and then he started getting employment in the same city in Pretoria. Now he built a 4-room house at home. No. Well, at first when you grow up, you don't get to see that you are in need and things like that, but the more now you go, that's why I love volunteering also, because the more you volunteer, the more you see other cities, you get to experience other people's lives, and then you see that, wow, okay, there's this part of life that I didn't know. I did my first year in 2014 at UJ, and for me that was the most difficult year ever. So coming to school, no funding, I spent the whole year without textbooks, did 10 modules. Fortunately, I got 8 distinctions. I had to repeat the second semester. Now I got a car accident and I got a brain injury. Yeah, so I was out for like 3 days at the hospital. I was in a neurocare at the hospital, but 7 days later, fortunately, I was discharged, but I couldn't walk, I couldn't talk. My report says for some time I had lost my mind. So I went back home. In 2018, I was home doing nothing. That's when I saw the opportunity to say that, look, what could be therapeutical? Just help people, because time goes, people are happy, people bless you, and things like that. That's when I started the mentorship organization. So I'd go around speaking in cities. I'll travel with my own money, because that wasn't really the goal. The goal was just to influence and impact people and take them to school. So that year I was able to help 19 people to come to school. And the following year, 2019, I came back to university. I changed from a BSc now to a BCom in marketing. Now I'm the oldest guy in class. So fortunately, I saw a guy, he was the CEO of the company. I spoke with him, gave me a chance, called me to the office the following day. And then he told me that, look, come and explain your story to us. Then I told them, I've been here, my record is clean. stayed with you for 2 years, paid the rent, but this year I'm doing my final year, I've lost my funding. And I was like, okay, we'll treat you as bad debts because you were honest. So continue, finish your qualification, and then don't forget about what you owe us. Then I finished, graduated. So I sent him like thank you message on the 3rd of January, 2022. And then that's when the work opportunity came. And it was like, okay, I have a short temporary job for you. If you're interested, can you come? Then I went through, then I started doing access. And until now, they moved me to a tech company where I'm head of support today. It's my mother. Yeah, we grew up with all the odds against us, but with the strength of a praying mother. Every time I'll call her, my mother will be very comforting, very supportive. No, it's not easy, especially where we come from, where you have supportive parents on your failed goals, but they still support you. And they don't take it as hard as it seems. So if someone just understands that it's part of life, you'll bounce back. It's part of life, you'll bounce back. So I've always stood by my mother, she stuck by me, and she's very encourageous. So the things that we grew up with and the standards that we grew up in, she's always been okay with it. And then you get to learn that, no, but life still has to go on, So you have to do your best, the best way you can, and everything else will follow. I've done a few courses on human education. And I've learned that now educating a human or a lady has a multiplier effect. Especially where we come from. People have a lot of children and we can't maintain them. But if a lady is employed, the multiplier effect now comes in because they get to have fewer children, they get work opportunities, and then we build communities one step at a time. We go through a lot of things, in the black communities. But every time we offer a helping hand, something else changes for the better and for the good. So for anyone who helps someone, it might be not a big issue on your side because it's something that you are comfortable with and used to. Like I've told you that I've helped a guy and they've stayed in a shack for a lot of his life and he's built a home. That's an overachievement for him. So to every young leader, keep doing what you're doing because at the end of the day, we want to build the communities, we want to build our environments, and then the more we do it one day at a time, is the more we get better. So don't be discouraged. Tough times never last. And good things take time. The more you offer, the more you volunteer, you show good strength and good humility. People will never forget you. And then you leave people now, their lives change forever.